How's it? Welcome back. So what are my closing thoughts on Michael Raduga's book, The Phase? Well, if you've been following along on this several months long journey that we've been going through as I've been trying to work my way through this book, you probably know what I'm going to say. I really liked it. I thought it was very well made. You can tell Michael's a very experienced teacher and author. I like how he devoted space and time into the book just to these different test or quiz questions that he has at the end of each chapter to kind of go through and, see how much of the information from the chapter you actually, maintained. And then later in the book in chapter 14, he has an entire chapter dedicated just to that. So like say you do get the book, you finish reading it, chapter 14 would be a great one to come back to kind of go through there and see how much of the information, you still actually remember. Kind of on that note too, he has two different chapters in the end of the book that are dedicated basically to like summary chapters, right? So say you get the book for yourself, you finished reading it, but you want to come back for some refreshers. You won't have to like search through the entire book trying to find that specific piece of information you're looking for, because it's more than likely going to be in one of those summary chapters. I also appreciated his more grounded, down-to-earth scientific approach to things. And what else? Oh, can't forget this. This is like one of my favorite things about the book is that it's just full of a ton of techniques, like 47 at the bare minimum. There's a lot of variations to them. So basically, no matter who you are, you could find some techniques that work well for you. I think what else? Oh, what did I not like about the book? Well, basically nothing. But then how much do I think the book helped me with my personal practice? Not too much overall. I pretty much have my own personal practice dialed in exactly how I like it. However, I did really appreciate his whole cycling techniques that are to be done with the indirect method, which is essentially, going to be wake back to bed, and how you spend about 5 seconds or so on each technique. If it doesn't work, you immediately switch to another one. You give that about a minute or so of effort. Then if you're still wide awake in bed after a minute, basically just stop because you're too wide awake and it's not going to really work. But that's been really useful to me. So I didn't have, over the past several months, I didn't have one of these OBE-like experiences of rising out of my body, appearing to be in my room, seeing my body on the bed or anything like that. But I did have a good amount of lucid dreams, but that's kind of just, typical for me. But what I have been having more often is just straight up wilds, which is pretty neat because wilds for me for a long time have been pretty, more of like a rare occurrence for me. But in the past several months, I've been having them a whole lot more. And I think that's probably largely due to the book. Now, granted, I don't get the experience of like rising out of my body and being in my bedroom. Primarily, I think because I'm so used to going through the hypnagogic entryway into the phase or into the dreaming state that, by the time I enter into the dream, it's more like the classic lucid dreaming stuff. I'll be seeing, hypnagogic imagery. I slip into REM and boom, I get like pulled into that environment. I'm already separated from the body and I don't appear to be in my bedroom. What else did I want to say? What did I think is like the best thing that I got out of the book? So I think really the most useful thing I got out of the book is just the plethora of techniques available. So now if I'm working with somebody who wants to get into the phase or lucid dreams, OBEs, or astral projection, I'll be a lot more well prepared to offer them some help and give them, various different approaches so, he can help make the practice fit that specific person. But with that said, I think that's basically it. Thank you, Michael, for making the book. You did a very good job with it. I've been enjoying following your journey still because you're still kind of out there putting in that work. I saw you posted a video not too long ago about some dream experiment you guys did where there was like 2 different phasers or lucid dreamers hooked up to this machine. And apparently they were able to communicate information in their dream. It goes to the computer and then that computer would somehow send it to the other dreamer or phaser. So that's super cool. I do want to learn more about that. I mean, the only thing I saw on it was that one little video that he posted on his Instagram, but that sounds super interesting. So I'm looking forward to following your journey, moving forward. And, that's it. With that said, that wraps it up. Check out the book if you're interested in basically any of this phase type work. So lucid dreams, OBEs, or astral projection. I definitely think it'll be very beneficial for essentially everyone. And so with this said, that wraps it up. Until the next video, keep your phase practice legit.